They talk big, all puffed up like they've got the world in their pocket. I'm important, I matter, I know what's best. Oh, please, look at them. They walk around with their heads high, chests puffed out. But deep down, they're terrified, scared little sheep bleating in the dark. They see you. They see anyone who's different, anyone with a spark, and it frightens them. They're afraid, my friend, afraid of you. And you're the real punchline to their little world. They slept on you, thought you weren't worth a damn, thought you'd never make it, never rise. And you know what the saddest part is? You believe them. You let them crawl into your head, whisper their sweet little lies. Let them wrap chains around your dreams like you were some kind of prisoner to their expectations. But here's the thing. Every single one of them is wrong, dead wrong. You hear me? And oh, one day, they're gonna regret, big time, that they ever underestimated you, that they ever looked down on you like you were nothing. You know why? Because it's the ones that get slept on that end up flipping the whole damn script. The world loves an underdog story, right? But they forget what it feels like to be at the bottom, to have dirt kicked in your face every time you try to rise. It ain't just about proving them wrong, it's about ripping that mask off and showing them who you really are. And trust me, that moment, when they realize just how bad they screwed up by doubting you, oh, it'll be sweeter than anything you can imagine. Look, I'm not here to sugarcoat it. Life is cruel. The streets, they don't give a damn about your feelings. You want to cry about how you've been treated? Go ahead, but that ain't gonna change a thing. See, life ain't like those fairy tales where the good guys win just 'cause they're good. Nah. Life is a street fight, and in a street fight, the one who gets back up, no matter how many times they're knocked down, that's the one who survives. And you've been knocked down so many times you've lost count, haven't you? Yeah, I know. I can see it in your eyes. You think you're done, think you've got nothing left. That's what they want, you know. They want you broken. They want you crawling on your hands and knees, begging for scraps of respect. But you're better than that. Hell, you're stronger than that. You've been through the fire, through the damn storm, and you're still standing. Maybe you got some scars, maybe you got some broken bones. So what? Wear those scars like armor, man. They didn't break you. They made you tougher, harder. Every tear you shed, that's another ounce of strength they can't take from you. You ever notice how the ones who have it easy always think they know everything? They sit on their thrones, looking down at the rest of us like we're dirt. We're beneath them. But guess what? They've never felt hunger. Real hunger. Like you have. They've never had to fight for every inch, for every breath, for every goddamn shred of respect. They don't know what it's like to be hungry. To want something so bad that it burns in your chest like wildfire. And that's why they'll never understand you. They'll never get it. 'Cause they've never walked in your shoes. They've never had to claw their way out of the gutter. But you? Oh, you're a different breed. People like them. They love to pretend they've got all the answers. But when life hits them in the face, they crumble. You though, You've been hit so many times, you don't even flinch anymore. And that's why they'll never see you coming. You're quiet, you're patient, and that drives them crazy. They don't know what's coming, but it's coming, all right. And when you finally make your move, when you finally show them who the hell you are, they'll be left standing there, mouth wide open, wondering how they missed it all along. You know why they slept on you? It's because they couldn't see past their own arrogance. They thought you were weak, because you didn't shout for attention like they do. They thought you were beneath them, because you weren't flashy, weren't loud. But that's your strength, man. You're the quiet storm. You don't need to show off because you know what you're capable of. And deep down, they know it too. That's why they kept you down. That's why they made sure you stayed in the shadows, because they were scared of what would happen if you ever stepped into the light. You ever notice how people love to label you? They love to put you in a box, tell you who you are, what you're worth. They act like they know your story, but they don't know a damn thing. They've never been there in those dark moments, those nights when you were at your lowest, when you thought about giving up. They weren't there to see you drag yourself out of the mud, piece by piece, stitch by stitch. They didn't see the sacrifices you made, the blood, the sweat, tears. All they see is the surface, and that's their mistake, because they have no idea what's brewing underneath. Let me tell you something. The most dangerous people are the ones who've been through hell and come back alive. That's you. You've been to the edge. You've stared into the abyss, and it stared back at you. And instead of crumbling, you stood your ground. You survived, and now you're stronger than you've ever been. But they don't know that. They still think you're that same person they walked all over, that same person they laughed at. They think they broke you, but they didn't. Not even close. They're gonna regret it, you know. They're gonna wake up one day and realize that while they were busy sleeping on you, you were busy plotting your next move. While they were laughing, you were sharpening your claws. And when you finally strike, it's gonna be brutal. It's gonna be swift, and they won't know what hit them. The tables are about to turn, my friend. And when they do, you won't even need to say a word. Your success, your rise, that'll be the loudest statement you could ever make. You see, people like us, we don't get handed things. We take them. We claw our way to the top, tooth and nail, and when we get there, we don't forget who tried to hold us down. We don't forget the ones who doubted us, who thought we were nothing. No, we remember. And that memory, that's what keeps us going. It's what fuels the fire. It's what keeps us hungry. Because once you've tasted the dirt, once you've been on the ground with the boot of the world pressing into your neck, you never forget it. And you make damn sure you never go back. You think this is the end of your story? You think this pain you're feeling, this loneliness, this betrayal, you think it's the final chapter? No. This is just the beginning, kid. This is the part of the story where everything falls apart, sure. Where the world seems to be closing in on you. But the funny thing about hitting rock bottom, it's a solid foundation to build from. They don't realize that while they were piling on the weight, while they were burying you with their doubts and their disrespect, all they were doing was making you stronger, more focused, more dangerous. And when you come back, when you rise from the ashes, you won't just surprise them. You'll destroy everything they thought they knew about you. You ever notice how they always act surprised when the quiet ones, the overlooked ones, finally snap? It's like they don't expect it. They can't wrap their heads around the idea that someone they thought was beneath them could rise up and rip their whole world apart. But that's the thing, isn't it? They get comfortable, they get cocky, and they sleep on people like you because they think they've got it all figured out. They think they know who you are, what you're capable of. But they don't. Not even close. They don't see the storm you've been building inside. They don't see the hunger in your eyes, the fire burning just below the surface. But soon, they will. You're not like them. You don't fit into their little boxes, and that scares the hell out of them. You don't play by their rules. You don't wait for permission to be great. You've got something they don't have. The drive to do whatever it takes. They're comfortable. They've got their little lives all neatly packaged, all nice and tidy. But you're a force of nature, and nature doesn't wait. It takes what it wants. You're about to go on a tear through their world, and they won't even know what hit them until it's too late. You're the chaos they never saw coming. They're gonna regret it. All of it. Every word they spoke behind your back. Every time they ignored you. Every chance they had to lift you up, but chose to push you down instead. They're gonna wish they had treated you better. They're gonna wish they had been smarter, more careful with how they handled you. But regret is a funny thing. It always shows up too late. By the time they realize they were wrong, by the time they understand what they lost by underestimating you, you'll already be too far ahead. And trust me, watching their faces when they realize it, that's the real punchline. That's the moment you'll savor. So let them sleep, let them doubt, let them play their little games while you plot your next move. 'Cause when you rise, when you show them what you're truly made of, it won't be for their approval. It'll be for you. And by then, you won't need to prove anything to anyone. You'll already know who you are. You'll already know that you've won. And that's the sweetest victory of all. The world's a sick place. It doesn't reward the good, the kind, the weak. It rewards the ones who fight, the ones who refuse to stay down, and that's you. You've been fighting your whole life, and now it's time to win. No more waiting. No more hoping for things to get better. You make them better. You take what's yours. And when you finally stand on top, oh, they're gonna regret big time that they ever slept on you. But by then, you won't need their approval. You won't need their validation. You'll be too far gone, too high up for them to reach. I know it's been hard. I know you've had moments where you felt like giving up, like nothing mattered. But those moments, they didn't break you. They made you. They sharpened you into the person you are now. And that person is unstoppable. So let them doubt you. Let them laugh. Let them sleep on you. It's all part of the plan. Because when you rise, when you finally unleash everything you've been holding back, they're gonna regret ever thinking you were weak. They're gonna regret big time that they ever slept on you. But by then, you'll be too far gone to care.